Yes, a massive day for African football as the journey to the 2026 World Cup reaches a critical stage. Today, Nigeria hosts Gabon in a high-stakes playoff match that will bring one team a step closer to the dream of competing in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The Super Eagles are here after a roller coaster of a qualifying campaign. It was a shaky start, full of draws that should have been wins, but they turned it all around with a fantastic winning run when it mattered most. That incredible final match-day performance, a thrashing of Benin, saw them snatch a playoff spot and keep their World Cup hopes alive. What a turnaround! On the other side, we have Gabon. The Panthers had a much smoother ride through the group stage, finishing a comfortable 12 points ahead of third-placed Gambia. But their journey came with a touch of heartbreak. They missed out on automatic qualification by just a single point, with Ivory Coast taking the top spot. Still, they will be full of confidence heading into this clash. They lay unbeaten in their last 7 competitive matches and know that a victory over Nigeria would put them in a prime position. This match is everything. The winner of this time moves on to face either Congo or Cameroon in the playoff final. The winner of that final then advances to the intercontinental playoffs, the very last hurdle before securing a spot at the World Cup. It's a long and winding road, but the prize is immeasurable. Let's talk about how we got here. For Nigeria, calling their qualification journey perilous is an understatement. They really had to dig deep. After stumbling through the early games, it all came down to the final match day against Benin. The pressure was immense, but when Nigeria needed a hero, Victor Osimhen stepped up. He delivered a stunning hat trick, leading the Super Eagles to a decisive 4-0 victory. That win was just enough to ensure they finished as one of the 4 best runners-up in African qualifying, booking their ticket to these playoffs. It was a performance that showed their true character and why you can never, ever count them out. Gabon's story is a little different. They were consistent and strong throughout their group stage, cruising to a playoff spot with little doubt. But that final match day brought disappointment, not elation. Missing out on automatic qualification to Ivory Coast by just 1 point was a bitter pill to swallow. They finished with an impressive 25 points, but it just wasn't enough to top the group. Now, all that hard work comes down to this single tie. They have to channel that frustration into fuel for this massive encounter against Nigeria. Now, let's look at the team news, because this is where it gets really exciting. For Nigeria, manager Eric Chell has nearly a full-strength squad to choose from. The big news is the return of Ademola Lookman from suspension. He'll be joining the lethal duo of Victor Osimhen and Samuel Chukwueze in attack. That front line is packed with pace, skill, and goals. The only notable absence for the Super Eagles is Ola Aina, who's been sidelined with an injury for a couple of months. But otherwise, Nigeria looks ready and raring to go. Gabon also has a major boost with their own returning star. Their talisman, the one and only Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, is back in contention after serving his suspension. His presence alone is a game changer. He brings experience, leadership, and a clinical finishing ability that can decide a match in an instant. However, Gabon's squad has been hit hard by injuries. They'll be without several key players, including Jim Alavina, Xavi Babika, and Junior Nubi Fatso, which could test their depth against a powerful Nigerian side. Let's check out the confirmed starting 11 for Nigeria. In goal, we have Nwabali. The back four consists of Osai Samuel, Frederick, Bassi, and Sanusi. The midfield engine room will be powered by Ndidi, Chukwueze, and Iwobi, a trio that offers both defensive steel and creative spark. And up front, it's that electrifying combination we mentioned, Ademola Lookman, Adams, and the prolific Victor Osimhen. This lineup is clearly built to attack and put Gabon under pressure from the very first whistle. It's a statement of intent from the Super Eagles. Now, this match is just one half of a very exciting playoff bracket. Later today, Cameroon and DR Congo will face off to determine who will play the winner of our match. Cameroon holds the record for the most World Cup appearances by an African nation, but they've found themselves on this treacherous playoff path after letting their lead in Group D slip away. Their opponents, DR Congo, are looking to cause a major upset. They're chasing their first World Cup appearance since 1974, when they competed as Zaire. That match is also going to be a fascinating battle, with history and dreams on the line. The final for this playoff path will be held on Sunday, where we will find out which team goes on to represent Africa in the intercontinental playoffs. It's worth remembering which African nations have already booked their direct tickets to the 2026 World Cup. It's a list of continental giants: Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, Algeria, Ghana, South Africa, and Senegal have all secured their spots. The reigning African champions, Ivory Coast, also qualified directly. And in a wonderful story, Cape Verde also made history by qualifying for their first ever World Cup. These 9 teams are already in, and now we're fighting to see who gets that one final shot through the playoffs. This expanded 48-team World Cup has opened the door for so many nations. We've already seen historic first-time qualifiers like Jordan and Uzbekistan, alongside Cape Verde. It's making the qualification process more exciting and unpredictable than ever before. For teams like Nigeria and Gabon, this playoff represents a second chance, an opportunity to right the wrongs of the group stage and claim a place on the world's biggest stage. So, who has the edge today? Nigeria comes in with the momentum of that dramatic finish to their group stage and a squad brimming with attacking talent. Playing in front of their passionate home fans will be a massive advantage, but Gabon is a resilient team. Their unbeaten streak in competitive matches shows they are tough to break down. And with Aubameyang leading the line, they possess a world-class threat that can punish any defensive lapse. This match could go either way. It might be decided by a moment of individual brilliance, a tactical masterstroke from the sideline, or which team can better handle the immense pressure of the occasion. The atmosphere is building, the teams are ready, and the stakes couldn't be higher. One team will see their World Cup dream move a giant step closer to reality, while the other will face the heartbreak of elimination. It's all on the line. We are moments away from kickoff in what promises to be an unforgettable clash in African World Cup qualifying. Thank you so much for joining me for this preview. Make sure you're following along for all the updates as they happen. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest football action. Let's get ready for Nigeria versus Gabon.